Welcome. Let's begin with some standing side bends. So you can set your feet about hips width. Reach your arms up and interlace your fingers. Then on an inhale, reach up really tall, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bend to the left, send your hips to the right to counterbalance. As you breathe deeply here, keep opening your chest. On each exhale, see if you can go a little bit further into the bend. Inhale, come back up, reach tall. Exhale, bend to your right, send your hips to the left. Keep opening your chest. Inhale, come back up. And you can release your arms, bring them to your hips. On your exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forwards. Take a hold of opposite elbow, start to rock side to side in ragdoll. And as the name suggests, you can let your upper body really hang heavy here, like a ragdoll would. Let go of your elbows and then separate your feet as wide as your mat. Bring the left hand to the right ankle, right hand to your left ankle. Then start to twist your chest. Lift your right arm so that you can bring your head under your right arm. Gaze under your right armpit. As you hold this pose, think of turning your chest open to the right side. Slowly release the twist. And this time, bring your left arm on top of your right. Catch your right ankle. And then start to turn your chest. Lift your left arm so that you can bring your head underneath. Keep turning to the left. And breathe steady here. Slowly release, untwist. And bring your hands in front of you, lift your chest halfway. Start to tilt your pelvis forward so that your belly sinks down. You get this arch in your back. Inhale here. And as you exhale, tilt your pelvis the other way. Round your back, bring chin to chest. So it's like a standing cat-cow. Inhale, the spine arches. Exhale, the spine rounds. Keep flowing with your breath. Trying to exaggerate the movement through your spine each time. One more of these. Good. And find a neutral or more of a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. So you're just going to hold this here. Holding that line, using the strength in your spine. Gaze down to relax your neck. Inhale here. On your exhale, fold all the way forwards. You can bring your hands to the mat or maybe walk them through your feet. See if you can go in a little deeper now. Bring the crown of your head towards the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, plant your hands, and step your feet back to downward dog. And start to pedal out your legs. The next time you bend your left knee, bring it across to the right side of your mat. Then bring the right hand to your left knee. So you're finding a little twist. Hold for a moment. Then release, reset your hand and your foot. Bend your right knee, bring it across to the left side. And the left hand catches the knee, guiding you into a twist. Move through this a few more times. Start to exaggerate the twist even more each time. Good. Come back through downward facing dog. This time bend your left knee and pick up the foot. Open out into side plank on your left. And the right hand will guide your left knee up towards the ceiling, bringing you into a twist. Hold it here. Keep pressing the floor away. Inhale. On your exhale, lower the left knee down. Reach your right arm overhead. Side body stretch. Turn your chest open. Inhale. Exhale. The right arm goes up. Extend the left leg in front of you. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the foot down. Sit your hips down and then face the space between your legs. Flex your feet. And instead of folding all the way, we're just going to fold halfway here. So keeping the chest lifted, spine nice and long. 5 breaths here. Tune into a deeper breath. Even inhales, even exhales. Inhale, lift back up, plant your left hand, lift your hips. Plant your right hand, step back to downward facing dog. And bending your right knee, lift the foot. Come into side plank on your right. The left hand will guide the right knee up to point to the sky, coming into a twist. Push the floor away, hold for an inhale. Exhale, lower your right knee down. Left arm comes overhead. Open your chest. Side body stretch. Inhale here. Exhale here. Extend your right leg in front of you. Keep it lifted. Hold for a breath in. Good. Exhale, lower the foot. Sit your hips down. Turn to face in between your legs. Make your straddle a little wider this time. And this time we're going to fold about 3/4 of the way down. Keeping a nice long spine. 5 breaths. Inhale, sit back up, plant your right hand, lift your hips. Plant your left hand, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal both legs. And shimmy your hips side to side. And settle in and find stillness. Cross your left leg over the top of your right. And open out into side plank on your left. Keep squeezing the legs together as you hold it here. Inhale. At the end of your exhale, lower the right hand, move into side plank on the other side. Bring your left foot to the inside of right thigh. Push the floor away. Inhale here. Exhale, step your left foot forwards, lower your left hand down, and straighten your front leg, fold into pyramid. 5 breaths here, slowing things down. Let your head and neck relax. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Push the floor away, sweep your front leg back up to 3-legged down dog. Keep the leg lifted as you shift forwards into high plank. Keep the leg lifted as you lower down through chaturanga. Then you can lower the foot as you come through to upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Reset your hands and your feet if you need to. Cross right leg over left. Open out into side plank on your right. Squeeze your legs together. Push the floor away. Inhale. At the end of your exhale, left hand comes down. Move it to side plank on the other side. Bring right foot to inside of left thigh. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, right foot steps forwards, right hand comes down. Straighten the front leg, fold forwards. Pyramid pose. Slow down your breath. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, lift halfway, push the floor away, sweep your front leg back up, 3-legged down dog. Keep the leg lifted as you come forwards, high plank. Keep it up as you lower down through chaturanga. And lower the foot, come through to upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog. Set your hands and your feet, take a deep breath in through your nose. And an audible breath out through your mouth. Lift your left leg high, open out the hip. And sweep the leg out to the left side. Keep sweeping it forwards. Plant the foot on the outside of left hand. Lower your back knee down. Find lizard lunge. For the first few breaths, stay up on your hands, keep the chest lifted. Then you may find that more space becomes available and you can come down to the forearms. Come back up to your hands. Edge your left foot to the right side. You may need to bring it in closer to your body so that you can lower the knee down. And edge your back leg down the mat into pigeon pose. Instead of folding forwards, keep your chest lifted. Try to keep a lightness through the fingertips. And then bring your hands together in prayer. Twist to your right and bring the left elbow to the inside of left foot. Press the foot into the elbow, elbow into the foot. Turn your chest to the right. Lift yourself up, untwist, plant your fingertips, then edge your back knee forwards, hook your front heel on top of your back knee. Tuck your toes, come up into a standing balance. Then bend that standing leg. When you feel steady, bring hands into prayer. Keep your hips sitting low. Keep your chest up and open. Good. Very slowly lower your hands. Extend the standing leg, fold forwards here. Use your fingertips for balance. Lift your chest halfway. Pick up the heel of the standing leg and then bend the knees. You're coming into a toe stand. You can keep your fingertips on the ground for support. If the balance is there, bring hands to prayer. Focus your gaze on one spot. Good. Plant your hands, extend the standing leg, step back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high, open out the hip. And sweeping the leg out to the side, bring it forwards. Come into lizard lunge. For the first few breaths, stay up on your fingertips. Keep your chest lifted. And then if more space becomes available, come down to your forearms. Come back up to your hands. Edge your front foot to the left side. Bring it in close if you need to. Then lower the knee, edge your back leg down the mat. Pigeon pose. Staying up, try to rely on the strength in your body versus the hands for support. Bring your hands into prayer, twist to the left, and hook your right elbow on the inside of right foot. And you'll press away from the foot, and also press the foot into your elbow to create some resistance. Untwist, plant your hands, edge your back knee forwards, hook your front heel over the knee, and come up into a standing balance. Bend the standing leg, and when you feel steady, hands come to prayer. Shift your weight back through your heel, keep sitting the hips down low. Good. Lower your hands, straighten the standing leg, fold forwards. If this feels too much for your knee, slightly bend the standing leg to soften through the knee joint. Lift your heel, start to bend your knee, slowly come down into a toe stand. It's likely that one side is more challenging than the other, so you may need to keep your fingertips on the mat here and breathe steady. Good. Extend the standing leg, step back into downward facing dog. Looking in between your hands, pick up your heels, shift your weight forwards on an inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, then jump into Malasana. Finding your yogi squat, you can use your hands for stabilizers or bring hands into prayer. And start to rock side to side. Shift your weight left to right. Find any movements that help you create more space in the pose. Then plant your hands, extend your legs, find a wide forward fold. From here, if you can go deeper, walk your hands through your legs. And then you may find that the crown of the head can come down to the mat. If that feels accessible and headstand is in your practice, shift your weight into your head and hands. Slowly lift the legs in a straddle. Then hold your straddle headstand 5 breaths. Slowly lower the legs, lower the feet. Come back through to your forward fold. Lift your chest halfway, plant the hands. Then step back and come into a tabletop position, hands and knees. If you have a set of blocks, set them in front of you. Don't worry if you don't, you can practice this also without them. And with the blocks shoulders width, plant your hands like so. Walk your knees back. Let your chest sink down into puppy pose. If you don't have the blocks, the pose is the same. Your hands are just on the mat and you're in a normal puppy pose. The blocks are here just to help you deepen the stretch so you can get more opening through the chest, through the shoulders. Deepen your breath here. Keep letting your chest anchor down towards the mat. Wonderful. Inhale, slowly lift yourself back up. Find your tabletop position. Then come and sit down. Swing your legs in front of you. Again, if you have a set of blocks, stack them together, place them behind you. And this will be there to elevate your upper back. If you don't have the blocks, don't worry. It works just as well with a flat spine. And if you are using the blocks, guide yourself over them so that they come just to about where your bra line is. You can relax your arms to the side, let your head hang. Then bend both knees, keep your feet together, open your knees wide into Baddha Konasana. So if you're not using the blocks, your back is flat, your knees are open to the sides. If your head is hanging and you feel that you need a little bit of support, place something under your head so that you can relax. And start to deepen your breath here as we begin to slow down the practice. If you're using the blocks, sit yourself up and then take the blocks out to the side. Come and lie down on your back. And you have the option to finish the class here in a supine Baddha Konasana, or you could straighten the legs and find Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath and find small movements in your fingers and your toes. Hug your knees into your chest. Keeping your eyes closed, roll onto one side. Take a moment or two here. When you're ready, meet me in a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed for now. Sit up tall, rest your hands in your lap. Take a moment to soak in the effects of the practice, to recognize your hard work. Thank yourself for showing up. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for class. It was a pleasure to guide you. I hope to see you again for the next one. Namaste.